One day after the Rams go out and get themselves possibly the best inside linebacker they possibly could, the Dodgers go out and trade for the goofiest looking relief pitcher in the game. Still probably a good deal, though. I'm James. This is your daily definition of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. I am in a parking lot. It is February 2nd, 2022. Hey, if you like the content we've been doing, feel free to clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. In addition to that, sharing is caring. Put this on your social media feeds. Let people know we exist. And comment. I'm not God. I don't know everything. So, it is a beautiful day. I am no longer in the snow. And let's get started with the scoreboard. Last night in the NBA, the New Orleans Pelicans basically put a bullet right in the Lakers' chest. 114-111. They're probably not making the play-in round now, guys. Meanwhile, the Clippers, they wind up obliterating Milwaukee 153-119. On the docket for today, the LA Kings will be playing the Winnipeg Jets at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The Kings, according to computer projections, not that that's the real game, saying that they have an 84% chance now of making the Stanley Cup playoffs. Also, MLS is back. We have Orlando City. They'll play host to LAFC at 4:30. Before we get to the main topic of the day, Dodger baseball, some news and notes from around LA. Hey, UCLA basketball player Mac Etienne, he entered a not guilty plea in a an Arizona court. He is facing a misdemeanor charge. He allegedly spat on the crowd after Arizona beat UCLA in February. He could face a diversion penalty. What the hell is a diversion penalty? I mean, let me tell you something, man. I mean, as long as it doesn't involve iron bars and your 3 meals shrink wrapped and totally stale, i.e. jail, diversion, nah, stop it. Stop trying to come up with cute phrases for this stuff. The Galaxy will play tomorrow. I might not have mentioned this. Do you know Julian Araujo not only did he not play for Mexico during the recent round of World Cup qualifiers, he wasn't even on the bench for 2 of the 3 games. And if that isn't a slight indication as to what the Galaxy have to accomplish when they come back from the break tomorrow. We talked a lot about the Rams yesterday. The Rams, there is a question as to who has to pay St. Louis for the Rams relocating back to LA. You might recall that there was a lawsuit filed. It never went to court. They settled out for $790 million. The NFL's already paid it. So who pays the NFL back? And the NFL, of course, they got a committee together and they're trying to figure out who should pay what. And there's going to be a wailing and a gnashing of teeth. At the end of the day, nobody's going to care. Right? St. Louis got paid. It's all about billionaires arguing with billionaires. We talked a lot yesterday about the Bobby Wagner trade. I just bring this up just because it's stupid. ESPN, a mere 6 hours ago, again with another story on their website. Oh, Bobby Wagner came to LA for the star power. Oh, because LA needs so many stars in their lineup. And oh, they're going to play the Seahawks. And it's not about star power. It's not about the Seahawks. It's about the 49ers. Watch the tape from yesterday. Dear ESPN, just because Stephen A. Smith says something doesn't mean everybody in your network has to repeat it, especially when it's dumb. So let's talk Dodger baseball. Yesterday, LA acquired Craig Kimbrel, a closer, and they sent A.J. Pollock, an outfielder, off to the Chicago White Sox. Now, on paper, this one feels like a win-win, right? Because if you think about it, the outfield and hitting, that was a Dodger strength. They were dealing from a position of strength. They lost their closer, Kenley Jansen. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And this was a way for them to fill in that hole, right? Now, financially, the move pencils out. Pollock was due for a bonus, so the Dodgers will pay a little bit more, but not crazy amount. But we mentioned a few moments ago about how stupid ESPN is. Keep in mind, the national press, once again, is not necessarily getting it right. Oh, with A.J. Pollock gone, now Gavin Lux is going to get more playing time. Now, it's possible. But does he? Right? We're not going to sit there and say the obvious here at Faithful Angelenos. We're going to ask if it's true. Because if you think about it, Gavin Lux did get time a little bit in the outfield last year and wasn't good. Not in the outfield. He even damn near killed himself by spiking himself into the center field wall last year. If you remember, LA signed Kevin Pillar, who was at one point a star outfielder for the Toronto Blue Jays. And oh, by the way, lurking in the wings. Do you remember a guy named Edwin Rios? Yeah, Edwin Rios was a top prospect. He came up, he was hitting the ball, the daylights out of the ball, and then he got sidelined. He had to have shoulder surgery, get his labrum repaired. He's back. Thus far in spring training, he's hit 7 for 16 with 3 home runs. By the way, he hit 12 home runs in 125 at-bats last year. So look, it's not a sure thing that Gavin Lux is going to get playing time. Definitely not in the outfield. The only way that works is if they decide to give Chris Taylor some rest. And then maybe Gavin Lux gets some time. We have no predictions here as to what Gavin Lux is going to do. And oh, by the way, for the Dodgers, remember that minor league system is deep. Lurking in the minors. Remember this name. Andy Pages. Andy Pages. So weep not, even though we liked A.J. Pollock, weep not for the fact that he's going to Chicago. Just don't automatically assume this means Gavin Lux is going to be the answer. Now, there is a smart question. Why not Blake Trinan at closer? Blake Trinan had closing experience. I believe it was up in Oakland. The reason for this is because the Dodgers really understand bullpen roles. Okay? What does that mean? Well, Blake Trinan is the type of guy that you could plug in anywhere and he'll put out the fire, right? So why does he necessarily have to come in the 9th inning to get the 3 outs when you can find somebody who doesn't come in anytime? He is a 3-out specialist in the 9th. That's a closer. Trinan is a fireman. He puts out your fires. And he's got enough of an arsenal to where basically some people in the Dodger organization say he's basically unhittable. Craig Kimbrel is a closer. Craig Kimbrel has almost a decade worth of experience closing games. He's done so at a variety of teams. You recognize him. He's this guy who, right before he pitches, he just leans over and throws his arms out like this, right? It's stupid. It looks ridiculous. This is the reason why, by the way, I don't like to trade. I don't want to look at this. Do you want to look at somebody do you like looking at this guy walking around all swole in the gym? Oh, look how big my shoulders are. Do you like looking at that guy at the beach? The guy who's got his arms out as if, oh yeah, I'm steroid McLifty. No. I don't want to look at that on the mound either. Trust me, when the Dodgers reach the 9th and they bring that guy in, I'm turning off the TV. I'm switching to the radio. Satellite radio. So they go out and they trade for Kimbrel, who struggled with the Chicago White Sox. Why? Well, he started the year as a closer for the Cubs. And he was making his saves. He gets traded to the White Sox, and they tried to make him a setup guy. They tried to make him the 8th inning guy. See, he wasn't the White Sox traded for Kimbrel, but they didn't need a closer. They had a closer. Liam Hendricks is their closer. He's a good closer. But Kimbrel simply could not adjust. Closers are creatures of habit. Does that make sense? Some people are creatures of habit in this world. They want to get up at the same time. They want to wear somewhat similar clothes. They want to eat the same breakfast. Creatures of habit. And that's how they perform better. Some people aren't creatures of habit. Blake Treinen's not a creature of habit. Craig Kimbrel is, apparently. So Kimbrel goes to Chicago, and his ERA all of a sudden just shoots up over 5. He would have been terrible as a setup guy. So this makes it a win for the Dodgers, because if they put Kimbrel back into his comfort zone, where he knows exactly what his role is. The idea is then you have Bradderall, I keep forgetting the gentleman's name. You have multiple people in the Dodgers bullpen who can come in at any time of the game, including Treinen. And then you have the specialist, the guy who comes in the 9th. I'm okay with the trade. I think it's win-win. Now, if you like the broadcast that we put out today, and yes, I realize that doing this from a car is a little awkward, but so be it. By all means, like and subscribe and comment. I look forward to hearing from you guys. This has been fun. I'm getting a nice sunburn over here. I'm James. Thanks for watching. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care. Bye-bye.